that left. So they're talking about coming back stronger and vowing to claim Rivers from a sitting governor. I don't know how that would happen. Let's see how it goes.
So Kano residents won't accept injustice, deputy governor wants. The SEPAP sues INEC for failing to prosecute electoral offenders in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo.
Serap.
Serap.
Yeah.
So this case is something that I think the INEC really needs to come out to say.
Yeah, they have to.
Main reason why these people have not been persecuted, because there are videos online of these things that has been done, and they've been reported. So take action. Even though you don't want to take full action, just take action in create a board for investigation. But you're not doing anything. They're not saying anything about this, and I think the right step is this.
What Serap
is doing, suing them, because they really need to be accountable for all this. We're talking about the election year. We're talking about governorship election. We're talking about the state of people. Something that really determines a state that really, because we could see what's going on in River State right now, and I'm not sure any state in Nigeria would want that to happen in their state. So I think this is a really very serious issue.
They have to, because we have elections coming up next year on those states, having the elections. So if there's no precedence,
is not showing results So also says profligate governors, political class, pauperizing citizens. I really don't understand what the guidance is trying to say.
And what the guidance is just basically trying to say there is that some of the laws these governors are bringing in are putting the people basically into poverty. Okay. That's what basically they're trying to say, that some of the actions of these governors, the budget for next year, many of the states, if you look at some of the things they are planning to spend monies on for the next year budget, is basically most of the things are frivolous spendings. So many of these things are basically putting more people into the line of poverty. Instead of enriching the people are going to the line of poverty, and it's something that has to change for Nigerians, especially people that are living in every state, to enjoy the dividends of democracies in the states.
So I think that the assembly should really look into the budget that our governors are bringing in. Yeah. Also, it says NCDC confirms outbreak of dengue fever in Sokoto. Okay, dengue fever.
It's a new kind of fever.
In this Christmas time, dengue fever. Oh, please. This is the last thing I want to hear right now.
The last thing we do.
Honestly, this is the last. Please, I'm not trying to say that they should suffer there, but whatever starts in Sokoto should really stay there right now, because I don't think we need this.
At this point, we'll call on the NCDC.
They should really do something very fast.
To contain it. To avoid it spreading. Yes, because nobody wants dengue fever, whatever that is, basically.
So that's it on the guiding.
All right, so let's move now to the Daily Times newspaper. Now, the Daily Times, 168 Zamfara schools shut down over insecurity. Now you talk about the lack of education in the north, and you look at it, it's now bad. Much. Imagine 168 schools shutting down because of the fear of security, the fear of being kidnapped in school, the fear of being killed. Now these students now are basically at home. Schools no more going to school.
Education is no more their priority.
It's no longer.
If education is still your priority, you should give thanks to God.
Yes, you should, basically, because in these states, 168 schools. It's a whole lot. That's in Zamfara State. Then Ogun, private poly running unaccredited law and nursing pharmacy program. It is about a school in Ogun State. They have students that have paid for registration. They have students that are there studying courses, whereas this school is not registered by the federal government in Ogun State. Fears over tertiary institution exit from IPPIX affecting the funding. This is talking about the IPPIX that we talked about last week.
I thought they were all jubilating.
Yeah, and that is where you then see that many of these schools
it's not everyone that was
factions. Yeah, some are happy, some are not happy about the issue. Then moving on to other stories now. Yuletide, IGP meets DIGs, commissioners of police commands today. Talking about the IG of police, talking about Kayode Egbetokun. He's going to have a meeting today with DIGs, talking about the Deputy Inspector General of Police in different places, and also the Commissioner of Police of different commands. He's going to have a meeting with them so that we'll see how they can contain security in the country, especially in this military that we are in right now. So that story, find it in the Daily Times newspaper. Cambridge University announces Nigerian professor as 7th president. Nice. Good one, big one for Madam Ijoma, that is her name. The president also.
Women are making exploits.
Yes, women are. We have to give them. We have to give the women, give them their flowers. Yes.
Yeah. Give me my flower.
Yes, I'll give. What type of flower do you like?
I've told you now. I've written down places.
Okay, place. No, you said you want flowers. Now you're looking at places.
Flower is like the term I'm using.
Okay, I was looking at maybe give you a bitter leaf or something. That was just
okay.
All right, moving on. The Rivers Factional Assembly Speaker Ahmed will list reasons for defection. You read that there, and also my marital issues got me depressed for a long time. Who is saying this? Talking about veteran Nigerian actor Emeka Ike. If you watch Nollywood in those days, it's been a while you see Emeka Ike act again.
We thank God he's back on his feet.
Yes, what marriage can do, yeah? It's crazy. That's why I tell people these days. It's not about getting married, it's staying married. That's why I'm taking my time.
Are you trying to motivate yourself?
Right? I'm motivating myself, because I don't want to pass through things like this.
But anyways, marriage is beautiful.
Very, very beautiful, yeah? Yes.
But I think following the right procedure really matters.
Okay, let's move on. Anyways, all those stories you find them on the Daily Times newspaper this morning.
So on the nations, we have Lalong resigns from FEC. Former Labour and Employment Minister opts to take Plateau South Senate seat. So he didn't just resign for no reason. He resigned because he wanted to take the South Senate Plateau seat. So the nation wins highest honor at the NMMA. The nation's congratulations to you on your big win. Death in the waters, fears anguish over boreholes. Death in the waters? So many things are killing people nowadays.
Just be careful.
Yeah, honestly. So the nation really doesn't have a lot of news, but SON sets to standardize CNG buses, and dignitaries greet Buhari at 81. Okay,
let's move now to the Daily Trust, and also we already say a big shout out to the former President Muhammadu Buhari. Says celebrated his birthday. But he didn't know there was no location basically.
There was location.
Let's shut down for the birthday boy.
Why did you shut down on behalf of him?
No, it's not my birthday, it's his birthday. Happy birthday in Arias.
Happy birthday, sir.
Yes. So moving on to the Daily Trust newspaper, Zamfara community under siege as bandits strike. Part of the reasons you see that many of the schools there are being shut down. Military vehicles, police outpost burnt in Zamfara state. 3 persons killed, 16 abducted in the same state. State government to hire 4,200 security guards. Insecurity once again at the front burner in Zamfara state. Moving on to other stories. Experts, unions differ over federal government's plan to restructure TCN. Talking about the transmission company of Nigeria. Other stories. Afenifere raises alarm over rising kidnapping in the southwest. We're talking about insecurity in the north right now. In the southwest, Afenifere is raising the alarm that in the southwest also, talking about the southwestern states, we're talking about Lagos, Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, or your state. These are the states under the southwest. Now, the rising cases of kidnapping in these states, it's now becoming alarming. So right now, Afenifere, who is a social cultural group here in the southwest, are calling on the security forces to please pay more attention to the rising cases of insecurity and kidnapping in these states. On to other stories now, let's talk about this particular story. NMA gives federal government 45-day ultimatum to review doctors' salary. Now, talking about NMA, the Nigerian Medical Association, they are giving the federal government 45 days. That is in a month plus to review the salaries of doctors. And we are complaining about the brain drain in the country, how doctors are jackpying to other places where the bush is burning bright, just to to do their thing that they know how to do best.
Honestly,
because in the country
they have to survive.
The pay is very small for the doctors, and they're complaining of brain drain. We have lesser doctors in the country, and I feel that yes, the government has to look into that sector, because we have more people. The health is very important. It shouldn't be the case of everybody is falling sick at the point there are no doctors to treat anybody. I've said this and I'll say it again. If these doctors keep leaving the country, not just doctors, doctors are leaving, nurses are leaving the country. If the doctors leave, the country will be left with just 2 doctors, or basically 3 doctors, basically. Yes.
There are actually no doctors nowadays in some
The way it's going now, we just have 3 doctors. We have conductor, small doctor, and native doctor.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I literally thought you were saying something. Oh my god!
Those are the 3 doctors. Seriously, we have left in the country. There will be no, because we are the doctors anymore. Yes.
We start being the doctors of ourselves. So this is one reason to take care of yourself and look after your health. So you don't get to fall sick and start looking for doctors.
For doctors, when they're
let's say we also look for small doctors.
Or native doctor.
Oh my god, no.
Actually, we have native doctors now. They are the ones saying they are go and all those things. They have native doctors. They're already coming into the play. So basically, you have to take care of yourself. So you find out all the stories in the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. So on the New Telegraph this morning, New Telegraph really has a lot to say. It says on headline, Aviation FG malls 50% fare subsidy. Minister airline operators hold strategic meeting. I hope the strategic meeting really brings in strategic results. Travelers to fill form. Information will be sent to CBN for 50% ticket price refund. Okay, we're working on that. Court stops INEC from conducting fresh election in Rivers. Okay, that's strong. This is the 26 lawmakers have gone to court to get a court order for there not to be any election. Remember we said it last week that since they left the party, so others are saying
they've been making moves.
Yeah, the seat should be vacant and fresh elections should be conducted. So they've gone ahead to get a court injunction to stop any process. So, but why would they stop any? They left. They left. There are things in the law that support some things they are doing because according to them, there is crisis in the PDP. Okay. And according to the law, also for you to leave your party, if you're in a government position as a lawmaker or any political party, for you to leave the party with that particular seat intact, it means your party must be in a bit of crisis. Okay. And now, to them, they said that the PDP is in crisis. That is why they are leaving the party. So on that grounds, they are holding the law. Now, the PDP is saying that we are not under any crisis, so you guys are living against the law. So it's left for the court to decide if it's a crisis or not a crisis. Crisis was not defined in the law, so the court has to explain, is this crisis or not crisis? So let's see how it goes. Okay, so global oil demand will drop to 101.7 MBPD in Q4 2023. That's the fourth quarter of 2023. 30% derivation. Oil producing state earnings up to 10.61%. To narrow it is 595.78 billion naira. Huge money there, basically. Honestly, consumers paid 267.6 billion for electricity in the third quarter of 2023. NERC says Sanwo-Olu can't demolish people's property maliciously. Oba of Lagos says, okay. Fake news, no nationwide strike, says NLC. Yeah, yes, because that news trended. Yeah, there was news about them striking. So they say it's fake news. They're not striking. Hallelujah. Not now. Government has made Nigerians orphans. Adebayo says. Okay. The what did you say? Convicted baron loses VGC mansion SUV. NDLEA arrests grandma for drugs in Lagos. Grandma. Yeah, a grandmother. Aiding things happen. A lot of things are happening, and if you ask, it's just for they will tell you it's basically for survival. The country is going through a lot as it is, so not justifying what she did, but then she has to face the consequences of her action. Lastly, prison congestion. Lawyers push for non-custodial sentencing. Says it will foster restorative justice system. Okay. All right, so basically that is all on the newspapers for this morning as it is. We'll go for a short break. While we're back, we'll talk about other trending issues bothering around the society right here still on Lagos This Morning. We'll be right back.
Oh, today this month is your month. Okay, it says Sanwo-Olu announces 750 million for trader money. It looks like Sanwo-Olu is in a giving
Somebody is doing he's doing business.
Hey, when I told you should go and join civil service, you say no, you want to be a presenter.
I see. It's life.
It's life.
It's life. I still have time basically. Yeah, I still have time. I'll use football age.
February Dean forced Pro Wike commissioner to resign.
People have abandoned traveling. Now they send goods to families. This is complicated. The NERTW.
That's it though.
The people are not traveling anymore.
I think let's even just first take this traveling story.
Okay, let's take it.
Because if you calculate, fuel price is going high by the day. And then I want to travel, and I'm going to be spending like 20,000 naira for just transportation. And then when we get home, you know this village thing. Once you're coming from Lagos, you're the one that would take care of all the December,
doing everything.
and that will be spending over like let's say you be spending even before getting there, you have to buy something. You have to buy things. You have to buy bread. If you want to buy live chicken, I think if anybody's buying live chicken right now, please you need to come and tell us where you make your money from.
It's crazy. The price of live chicken is now it's crazy. It's in fact
if you buy broiler right now, you look like you're a ritualist. Honestly, if you're buying live turkey, then you're selling human parts.
Crazy, because basically if you look at the price of this thing,
everything is high.
It's really high. Even the fowl will be surprised they're that expensive. Yes, yeah.
They'll be wondering, let me cost like
this.
Because what is this? So I think sitting in your house, calculating everything they need for Christmas and sending it to them, even though you even send that transport fare money to them as extra, just take extra, they'll be so grateful.
They'll be grateful.
Because coming back, and even your mind will even be like this, because when you're going, you don't even know if you will get there, or maybe you will get to one kidnapper's location.
That's part of the problem, yeah.
So I think for your safety, for your peace, for the enjoyment of your life and for your family, send them money.
Send them money. Send them. But right now, let's see the story basically. Yeah. Now, the leadership of the National Union of Road Transport Workers says travelers in the state have reduced by over 50% as the ULITED approaches. Now, the state NURT secretary, Malam Baturi Suleiman, disclosed this in an interview. Now, Suleiman said the development was due to the high cost of transportation fare, which was occasioned by the increment in fuel pump price. According to him, now I'm quoting him verbatim, he's saying that people no longer travel but only prefer to send messages to their loved ones. Sadly, if you go to our motor parks now, you will see a lot of vehicles waiting without passengers. People don't have money to travel until it becomes necessary. They prefer to waybill their messages or gifts. That's what he said. According to him, he said the commercial motorists were running at a loss due to the poor economic situation of the country. Adding, apart from the increase in the fuel price, we have a lot of bad roads and a lot of policies taken on the transportation sector are not favorable. So basically, he said a lot. And these things I said are just some of the things we just mentioned right about now. We've mentioned the increase in price of fuel, we mentioned insecurity in the country. Then we didn't even mention the part of the bad roads. Honestly.
If you just put all these things together, so for you to even think about where you want to start from, you already be tired.
You understand?
In fact, the journey will just be like, you know what, I'm never going to do this. But if it's very urgent, because there's this my neighbor that traveled. Yeah. She was supposed to do a wedding. And then because the father was sick, she shifted the wedding. And then I already don't know if she was hoping for the man to just, go. So when the man left, she just said, okay, I'm just going to do the wedding, do the burial at the same time. That was the only reason why she traveled. And it's really shocking that there are so many things people would not want to do. Because right now, thinking about, it's not like you earn more than you spend. Yeah. At this point, we spend more than we earn.
Everybody.
In fact, we spend what we earn is 10% compared to what we earn, because the salary has never come. The salary is already gone in your head. In fact, it's gone.
There's already something.
There's already something that's going to take it away.
There's this saying of your take home cannot take you home anymore.
Honestly, so your salary, I'm not even sure your salary will cover for your 1 month salary can cover for your transportation to your village. Maybe people that are going to, let's say, Kaduna, Kano.
You're traveling to the east, basically. Yes, I'm from the east. If I'm going to this right now, I know my budget should be around 100,000 naira.
Honestly,
and then coming the what's it called again? Miscellaneous spending living in it's crazy.
I know if you budget 100,000 naira, it will surpass 100,000.
It will.
Because some little things will happen.
It will.
And then you just be like, oh. So, moving on to
other stories now. Let's talk about COVID-19. There was this talk about COVID-19 again resurfacing.
In the name of Jesus, it won't.
It won't because nobody wants to
We
go
can't
back
take
into
that. I don't think, first of all, my blood pressure won't take it. My mind won't take it. It will be worse than heartbreak.
About 2020. Everybody.
It's not even about 2020. 2020, we could still take it because there was not all this drama happening.
Yes.
And looking at all this drama, you want to
happening
bring
in the country,
COVID into it.
This point, no, this is how it should be. Then we have, not that the economy was okay then, it was at least it was better, far better than it was right now. Then that period, everybody was forced to stay indoor.
At this point, I don't think you force anybody to stay.
They will not even try. Nobody will stay in. Say if it's let us come outside. You should come and kill us. Are we alive before?
I don't think.
If I'm inside, I will die.
No law.
If I'm outside, I will die. Let me just go outside and die.
Because what do you want us to do inside? Even outside, you are not even seeing the food. It's not inside.
Let's go to the outside. If it's COVID.
In fact, COVID itself will shrink. Because when it begins to feed, you will see that there's no blood to feed.
So basically, as it is, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pati, has dismissed the rumored resurgence of COVID-19 in the country, stating that there is no scientific research record. There is no scientific research record to back the claims. Now, Professor Pati disclosed this at the maiden public lecture series of the Federal University of Health Science, Otukpo in Benue State, where he was represented by his senior special advisor, Emmanuel Udo. According to him, the diagnosis of COVID is a scientific process. It is not something that is subjective and you speculate about. There could be speculations, but once investigations are conducted and it is confirmed that it is not really a case of COVID, it is not COVID, he said on Friday. According to him, Nigeria has in the past fared well in combating pandemics. That is one thing Nigeria has done very well. Because if I could recall very well, 2020, when it happened, at least the numbers it's not like what we had in other countries. The number of deaths in other countries were crazy. China, America, it was mad in those countries. But Nigeria, we found a way to curtail it, although we had cases, but it was not, in fact, the death case was not as much as it is in other, even West African countries. Even the time of Ebola also, Ebola didn't spend more than... Ebola killed in other countries. Ebola got to Nigeria. Ebola...
You realize that...
Ebola, these people are too strong. People want to kill me. Ebola left.
Thank God we're actually very strong.
Yeah, Nigerians are very strong.
I really don't even know. Maybe it's some of the things. What did you call that thing again?
What's that?
Pepsi what?
Okay, the Promax. Yeah, it's called
So those are the things.
Immune boosters.
Oh my God.
Once your immune system is strong enough, it combats these things. So shout out to all the native doctors, the herbalists, the traditional medicine people.
It's people like Ebuka that wouldn't mind if all the doctors leave this country because they are on board. They know how to get their treatments. Oh my God.
It's called traditional. These things are our forefathers who use these things.
Now you want to believe in your forefathers.
I believe my forefathers a lot.
So moving on to Sanwo-Olu announces 750 million for traders money.
You like money. You have to just take that news.
Money is... See, right now...
Can I say you like money? Sorry, that's an understatement. You love money.
Wow.
You love... In fact...
Money is a necessity at this point.
See her glow.
Money is the most important priority. If you put money before anything, you are mistaken. Apart from God, but if you put money, you've made a very big mistake. So right now, I'm going to give 2 hands to my governor because he's doing well. Okay. This initiative is one of the best. Okay. Right now, it's putting some people's mind. Do you know how many people's mind he has put at ease right now?
Well, governor. Governor, you make heaven. If I say governor,
for now.
So anything aside the money,
also be increases tax. But anyways, so according to the governor, 200 traders will be selected from each local government area of the state. And the Lagos State Governor Babajide has kicked off Trader Money Initiative for market men and women in the state to support their businesses. The Governor Sanwo-Olu, who made the announcement during the inauguration of the Food Agro Hub located in Munshi Idi-Oro area of Lagos, said 15,000 traders will be given 50,000 naira each to support their businesses. He said the Trader Money Initiative is part of his promise to traders in the state, which will commence before the end of the year 2023. According to him, 200 traders will be selected from each local government area to ensure that the 750 million naira cut across all traders irrespectively of their location. He also said that the mid-level agro hub constructed in Munshi Idi-Oro local government area will be replicated across 5 divisions of the state for the benefit of the people. The modern marketplace is built in the you can get that story on channels.
Yes.
So this is very beautiful.
I think it's a nice initiative. It's a nice initiative.
I like the fact, one thing that I would give accolades to is the fact that he didn't just state business women. Also speak about businessmen, because I've heard so many men right now being all gender, what should I call it? Oh, we always give money to women. So Governor, please, thank you so much for giving them money too. So they don't just come out and be like, oh, no, everything always goes to the women. But
but
see,
I like that.
people always shout that, oh, you have, bones to carry it all. So if we women are fragile, they could take care of us. But thank you so much, Governor, for giving them.
There is this thing about happiness when women talk about money. You can see our happiness, you can see the joy in our body. But then it's for business. It's for business, basically, to support your business.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to say this also. I think the process should be transparent.
Yes,
the selection process should be transparent to give it to, because there's women that we know are struggling and have businesses to
Honestly.
do. That money will go
single women.
Single women, that are doing these businesses and they need that funding to just boost their business, and 50,000 naira would go a lot for their business.
Because people's businesses this 2023 has been like,
it's been going down. So the ups have been low, but
this is really nice.
I think it's commendable from the governor.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's commendable. Now, still talking about the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved payment wage award and 50% of basic salary as December bonus for all civil servants in the state. Now, the head of service, Bode Agoro, disclosed this in a circular release. Now, Sanwo-Olu also approved the payment of 50% of basic salary as an end-of-year bonus for all political appointees and public servants, including employees of local governments and local council development areas, LCDAs, and also State Universal Basic Education Board, LASUBEB, and the Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Corps. Upon approving the implementation of the wage award while awaiting the review of the national minimum wage, Agoro announced that the state government would not tax the 50% bonus and wage award. Beautiful. Meaning your 50% is your 50%, your wage award is your wage award. There is no deducting of tax from this one. I think it's a nice initiative.
Yes.
I think the governor, it's commendable basically for all civil servants.
You know what? At this point, if I had my way, I'll just stamp that 2.4 trillion for him. Just take it.
Okay, that's talking about the budget for next year. No, this is different. Let's not.
But this is really commendable. This 2 news concerning the governor today is really, really commendable. So we're going to move to our most trending news. My guy, Fubara Siminalai. So Fubara didn't force pro-Wike commissioners to resign, says Rivers government. So those who left did so on their own, and according to their reasons, said the State Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson. Amid the feud between the governor Siminalai Fubara and his predecessors, named some Wike, and the gale of resignation trailing the crisis, the Rivers State government has said the governor did not resign forcefully or did not force any of its commissioners to resign. However, whatever their reason, he said, and I quote, "Whatever their reason is, I would like to say that the governor did not force, compel, or ask anyone to leave," the State Commissioner for Information, Jill Johnson, said. So those who left did not did that on their own. On their own and according to their reasons. That's what he says. So the commissioner said a structural firm confirmed that Assembly River State Assembly complex was no longer habitable, and that informed and the decision of the governor to demolish the complex. So there's so many things that he said here.
Yes, he's basically talking about because
so many things that are leading to the reason why they're all saying that they left because of Fubara. So he's trying to really explain this thing. So you could go check it out and read for yourself.
Now the thing is that many of the people that resigned from the cabinet were selected by the former governor, Nyesom Wike. They selected him. So all the people that were working for Wike before
all left.
They've all left. In fact, there are so many of them. Over, I think, like 6 or 7 of them resigned in the space of 3 days. Even the Chief Justice in the of courts in the state, so the Attorney General also resigned the same time too. So it became a bit suspicious. There was also an information that the governor has given all pro-Wike people, that anybody that if you know you're my cabinet and Wike was the one that brought you in, just resign. There was that news that trended over the weekend that they should all resign. The reason why many of them resigned, but the governor or the government coming to us now to say that they just resigned of their own personal will. It's basically to quell all the talks going about that. Yes, he forced them to resign because of what is going on between himself.
So they've come to debunk the news.
To debunk it, just basically.
So that's not
so
what.
Let's see how it goes because every day we're expecting something from Fubara. And I saw something yesterday. Do you know that not Wike right now, Fubara now has the live band Wike uses to. Wike always performs, not perform. Wike gives his speech, and there's this live band always
that plays.
Yes, Fubara now has his own live band. I was watching his speech yesterday in Ikure, River State, doing a road commissioning, and there was the live band playing. And the song they were saying, probably tomorrow on the show, we will play that video. So you guys will see the song or you heard the song that
a lot is going on.
A lot is really going on in River State.
That state is trending.
I wish I'm from River State.
The governor
I'll be so happy by now.
Why?
That my governor is always in the news. I just want my governor to be in the news. He's someone right now is in the news. He's doing bizarre for the boys. Fubara is doing correct for the boys. Just be in the news.
What do you want your governor to be in the news?
Just do anything.
Like what?
Just something.
Should he fight?
At least if you fight, just do something. So they will mention your name.
Why?
So you'll be popular. People will know you. You understand these things?
Then you now begin to. Well, what state are you from?
From Anambra State. So they'll just do something. So they should just do that. So they just come.
He trended now.
Where did he trend? He trained last time. That was since May during election time. But it's no.
Give him like a suggestion.
I wish you just come say, okay, anybody coming to the easiest period, bills on me.
He will just meet all the people that have left even from 20 years ago, because everybody who doesn't want to enjoy their Christmas without spending money.
It's crazy. Okay, now let's talk about Sarah before we go to the final discussion. Let's talk about the Independent National Electoral Commission. Now, the group suit followed alleged failure of the electoral body to arrest and prosecute suspected perpetrators of grave electoral offences in the recently concluded off-cycle governorship elections in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa states. So basically, we saw videos, we saw pictures, images of some of the shenanigans that happened during these elections, vote buying, intimidation. We saw videos, the people were arrested for ballot box snatching. Somebody was also killed in, I think it was in Kogi State. So we saw all those things, and till now, nothing has been done. And the INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakub is basically not saying anything. We've not heard anything. So that is why Serap has written a letter before for them to do something about it. So they've already done written a letter. So since nothing was done about the letter, so they are suing. But one thing about Serap that I really like what they do. I really like the fact that they bring out many of these things to the public. But another thing is, many of the time, after today, we will not hear anything about this anymore.
Okay.
Serap, I describe them basically as a dog that barks and don't bite. You should bark at the same time bite, so that at least once something is done, and if you come to my house and my dog just barks, You just shout at the dog runs. He just knows how to bark, but he doesn't bite. Nobody will get scared of the dog anymore. You just leave him, I just bark.
He just bite.
You know, they bite, you just bark. But if you bark and bite, people will be scared, of coming into that compound,
so
basically.
So bark and
bite. Don't just bark.
Oh my God, back and bite.
All right, final story for
So moving on to the Nafdac story. So Nafdac boss fake factory wines. This is giving me chills because
it's giving it's giving me more chills. It's giving me more chills because I know.
What wine have you been drinking?
I've been drinking since. I've been drinking.
But you should calm down. This factory is in Abia State.
My sister, let me explain. These drinks are exported. These drinks are transported to places.
So this is just a wine. It's like cool down on your drinking.
There are always these things that events, and you can't go to events without, one or two things.
So keep drinking your wine. You can move to Pro Max wine.
That's part of, I'm going through a lot right now. As I'm doing this news, you see, I'm almost sweating too. The news is giving me.
Oh my God.
The news is making me not happy.
Anyway, so this is according to the director of the Southeast Zone of Nafdac, Martin Ilu Yomade. So who said that they moved followed a raid earlier in the week. It says that this is according to, okay, I'm trying to read the story again. So it says that the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has busted fake factory wines
in
Abia State and also shot the marketers. Okay, so that's all for that story. They didn't really say much.
We'll also play you the video so that you see basically how these wines, not just alcoholic wines, but non-alcoholic.
But this wine is popular. This red.
Yes, it's a popular drink.
Have you drank this red wine?
I've drank. I'm in pain.
You need to go see your native doctor.
I need to for checkup. Last week we talked about blood pressure. Yeah.
Your blood pressure is now. So it's wine that's making it. But all the issues that will be bringing your blood pressure is doing.
This is
what is more important.
You don't understand. This is festive period. There will be so much drinks to go around.
Drink?
Yes, sir.
Drink on.
Yes, sir. So now
he has drank this red and
imagine. So many people.
You're going to see the video for yourself. So maybe if you're like Ebuka and then you've drank like so much of this red one, I'm so sorry, bro.
I take this with fried meat. So we're going to this is a period of festivities that there'll be so much drinks around. So please.
Be careful.
If you're a party person like me that likes to chill and hang out, I don't know how careful we can be with this drink.
My advice to you is there's no fake water. So drink water.
You've not seen that way. So waters that have taste.
And taste is different. Do you know what's fake about this thing? And Nafdac has not even brought out the reviews. It probably could be, let's move on.
Would you complain about fake drinks?
Yes, he sued a particular restaurant.
This year we've had cases like that, but it's not as rampant as this. Now this is just one factory. You know how many of these fake factories that produce this?
It could be. What program did you go for the last time?
I went to an
Did you drink wine?
I did.
Oh my God.
And other things. So it's not just one. So basically, I can't be doing free advert for these drinks. Please, Nafdac, please, I'm begging you guys to do more.
And we're begging you guys to be careful.
Yes.
Be careful.
Please.
I like the fact that he's really speechless.
Yes, I'm going through so much.
Right now, he's going through a lot. We need to go check your eye blood.
A lot is going through me.
So we've come to the end of the show, and this is Lagos This Morning. We don't want to go say goodbye, but we have to say goodbye. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Same time, same station. And I'm Elizabeth Akpati.
My name is Ebuka Isubika. I'll catch you again tomorrow. I'm not happy. I'm going for checkup right now.
We're going for checkup. I need to take him for checkup.
Yeah, take him for checkup.
I won't do that.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye.